Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Retro Magazines and Patterns. I'm Sophie, and in today's video, we're going to flip through this Spring and Summer 1991 Sears catalog. So this one will be fun. I was a kid in 1991, so for me, the summer was about fun pop music, bright colors, and fun movies, summer blockbusters, all that good stuff. So to me, flipping through this just reminds me of being on summer vacation, staying up late, sleepovers, flipping through the catalog, obviously. But the Sears book was known as the Big Book, so they kind of pioneered this giant catalog style. I know that if you're familiar with the Sears Big Book, you're probably familiar with like the J.C. Penney's catalog that was really big. So if you were anything like I was as a kid, you probably flipped through this, made a list of what clothes you wanted for the summer, maybe some back to school pieces. In here, we have some tribal themed pieces. That was a big thing then. It's not a theme that's unpopular now, really. And that's kind of like one thing that I've noticed when I was flipping through these was that a lot of these pieces actually translate pretty well today, I think. I love this piece here. I thought this was a jumpsuit. It is not. It is a top and a pair of pants belted in the middle. So it does look like one piece. It is not. It is two. But some of these pieces, obviously, they're dated. This is from 1991, but I think that if, given the right circumstance, you could really make a lot of these work for you. So because this catalog is so big, I'm not going to spend time going through everything. I'm just going to pick out some bullet points and kind of give you guys a chance to see what's in here. I do like this spread. This was probably my first favorite, like, spread in here. It reminds me a lot of, like, Sue Ellen from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which was another movie that came out in 1991. But you have this, like, color blocking, the black and white there, the polka dot shoes, which are really cute, but, like, you could mix and match the patterns. And we have some floral denim. I thought this dress was now this is dated, obviously. That being said, it is a $60 dress, and it got me thinking about some of the prices in here, because that is a $60 dress even today. I kind of feel, at least for the style, was a lot. So you might see me pop up a calculator on some of these just to kind of give us an idea of what that would cost today, because I thought that was interesting. So we have some safari street styles with the leopard print and the floral overlay. They do have quite a bit of like nautical yacht club themed fashion in here, which I like. I'm a fan of. Like the little puppy. And I love the florals. This blue and white floral is so classic. It's really pretty. Some like earth tone pieces. And then these are the French accent pieces. Le Redoubt. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I do like these big polka dot shirts. And like here you can see they have the wide leg pants. So like that look right there, that would totally translate to today. There's no way you could go out wearing that and somebody saying you look out of date. I don't think. This is very French. Kind of like a V-neck boat top-ish look. It's like dark denim and white. I like this dress right here. I thought that was really pretty. And a steal at only $40. So we have some more casuals. I like the elastic waist belt. I don't really think they do those anymore, but I know they were really big in like the 80s and 90s. I feel like those were a lot more comfortable too. Oh, so we have Dockers. That's classic. I think a lot of these styles you could probably still find today. I like how they have the little embroidered branding there. I'm not necessarily one for branding, but for some reason, when it's vintage, I appreciate it. These are the Modern Essentials collection. So these are just going to be classic, like, staples. I did think that it was interesting that they had a branded top for modern essentials. Oh, these pages are sticky. In the geometric earring set. Those jeans, look at that waistband. Does anybody remember the pants having these like tapered waists with the pleating? Definitely not flattering on everyone. I think this dress is really pretty. I like that. These are all like nice cotton, easy to wear pieces. Again, you can't go out in something like that and have somebody tell you you look like out of date. I like this. It's really cute. It's like young and fresh. I love this shirt. I love good polka dot and floral. I like them separate, but put them together and I think they're even better. Lee jeans. Does anybody remember Buddy Lee? The cute little Cupid doll that they had? I think I had a Buddy Lee at one point. And here we have some basic training athletic wear, which is really funny because when you look at like these pieces today and then you see what's popular to wear to the gym nowadays, this looks so out of style. I actually kind of like the bright colors. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like having fun with your gym clothes? Do you prefer the new modern look? I know, the tight fitting leggings and things like that are probably a lot easier to wear at the gym than baggy pieces. And we have some Keds over here. I remember wearing Keds all the time as a kid. You had like the little blue, I don't know, license plate on the back of the heel. Let everybody know you were wearing Keds. Ooh, they have Reebok pumps. I remember those. I didn't have a pair, but I do remember them. And we have some windsuits over here. That was definitely a 90s thing. Did anybody out there have windsuits? I know I had one or two. Ooh, we have LA Gear tennis shoes. And there's some more Keds right there. Those are like the really nice leather ones. Oh boy. These are some bright neons. This is giving me like Saved by the Bell Hawaii vibes. Those bright neon bathing suits. Yeah, look at that. That looks like Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. Just some really fun, like, 90s prints. This little, like, blousey one here. And this one's cute with the little skirt and the little ruffle up on top. Trying to turn these as best as I can without damaging them. This is always a classic look. I think I had a suit like this, not in the 90s, but like a classic like pin-up suit at one point when I was a little bit older. Oh boy. Here we have some, what would you call these? Gauchos or culottes? Let's see what they call them, A and B. Pleated split skirt. I would not call that a skirt. That is definitely a pair of pants. I like the color combination, the bold red with the like light blue and the florals. Ooh, and I am a sucker for, I don't know if you would call them candy stripes, but just like the pastel stripe with the white background. Love that. I love them in all the colors. I think it's a really cool look. This is a nice sweater down here. That would be a fun one to knit, I think. This is nice. I like this a lot. And then see, again, we have some more of that like nautical theme. It was pretty big at that point. I wish it was a little bigger now. I do really like that kind of yacht club nautical theme. See, this is another. I like this, even though they're not pastels. I like the stripe. So down here, this is like such a great example of that early 90s like jewel tone. You see the dress right here. That's actually a really pretty print. I think it's a pretty dress, honestly. But yeah, those are the jewel tones of the 90s. To me, that is like the palette of the 90s. And then it looks like we have some nice dresses. These would be good, like, I don't know, Easter dresses, maybe even Mother of the Bride dresses, like some of these. Now, this one to me seems dated even for 1991. But again, like I said, that might be, you know, maybe it's a Mother of the Bride dress. And some more evening looks. It's a really nice, simple look. I'm not huge on that color particularly, but that's a nice little, it looks comfortable, but still kind of elegant. Maybe nice and black. Special occasion dresses. Oh, now look at all of these. These are like Laura Ashley style dresses. And they have like the little coquetty pearl accents there. I definitely had a few Laura Ashley style dresses when I was growing up. Now here's some business looks, perhaps. Yes, definitely very businesswoman. Oh boy. There's a lot of polka dots going on there. I feel like this dress with the pantyhose makes her look older than she is. And I've seen like other people flip through older magazines or catalogs like this and kind of just make a lot of fun of the styles and fashions and things like that. But I gotta be honest, I don't really feel the need to make fun of a lot of it. I feel like you can see influences, even some of the stuff that we have today. But again, like I said, I think a lot of this stuff kind of translates even. I mean, sure, cuts and colors and things like that do change, but I don't really think this stuff is that bad. There's certainly certain things I would not wear today, but there's a lot of stuff in here I would wear. This is cute. This comes in primaries too. Do you prefer pastels or primaries? I don't know. I do find myself drawn to primaries sometimes, but I'd say I'm probably drawn more towards pastels, if I'm being honest. We have some shoes in here. I love the slingbacks. Those are classic. You could still wear those today. These, maybe not so much, even though they are cool in their own right. I love these bow back pumps. That's so cute. And then I love a good spectator. But I do think on the next page, nope, right here, they do have the spectators in flats, and I like those best. I don't really wear a lot of heels. You think that I would because I'm quite short, but I don't like wearing heels anymore. Oh, and then we have all of our orthopedic comfort shoes. This is a cute little peplum there. It's a nice looking, it's like almost like a karate gi. Now that is a jumpsuit, it says. Okay, so we're getting into some of like the intimates here. Like the nightgowns, the chenille robe. Do you remember the chenille robes of the 90s? They were like really big. I feel like Fran Drescher and the nanny and what was the name of the housekeeper in Frasier? I think she always wore them too. Roz was the producer. Can't remember the housekeeper's name. And then we have some bras, underwear, shapewear. This was before Spanx, so the shapewear gets a little more complicated. We got girdles, all that good stuff. And then they do get into some maternity wear here. And I will have to say that based on what I see in here, the maternity wear has really upped its game in the last couple decades. Just it doesn't look like it's a lot of fun. They try, but I would still feel like, ugh, if I had to wear all of this all the time when I was pregnant. Some of it's really fun though. That's a nice shirt. Oh, we have maternity undergarments and nightgowns. And then they have baby things. Things have really changed a lot for babies over the last few decades. My daughters didn't have, half this stuff. Baby bottles have changed. They're not the same as they were. Oh, yeah, see, they don't look like this anymore. I mean, you can still get them, but that's really not the popular style of bottle anymore. Which we see a lot when we look through some of those like knitting patterns too. They'll have like the bottle covers. They just don't work the same for the ones now. I thought these were funny. Like, look how massive this car seat is. So big. How much was this? Let's see. H. $104.99. It's a pretty good deal, to be honest, because they are pricey. We are almost done with car seats in our family for the time being. These are so cute. These little guys here. Look at this one. So one thing I noticed when I went through like some of the kids' clothing is there's a lot of hand holding. So we have them holding hands there. It's like the photographer's like, okay, let's hold hands now. So everybody knows we're friends. Bugle Boy, Panama Jack. I remember those brands. Ooh, McKids. I remember that. These patterns are so typical of the early 90s. Oh, we have a lot of character stuff. A Slimer was a favorite of mine when I was a kid. We have the Beetlejuice cartoon, My Little Pony, Looney Tunes. More hand holding. It's sweet. I'm not making fun of it. I just noticed how much of it there is. They're not. They are. Oh, they're holding hands. Love all of the pastels. Look at her with her little ukulele. Oh, more hand holding. I love these. They look like such little ladies in these dresses. These are so cute. When I was probably about their age. I think I was like 9 or 10 when this came out, and I would have loved to have worn something like that at that age. Silver Unicorn is the brand. Ooh, and these are very mature looks for young girls. They're nice. This again is that like French accent look. More hand. Nope, nope, I'm wrong. They're not holding hands. I really like this t-shirt down here. If I ever found this in a size that fit me now, I would definitely buy it. It is Surfing Flamingos. Oh, this Palmettos. I do remember Palmettos jeans. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, some Betty Boop. Like the different stripes there. Definitely the cooler girls up here with their little outfits. Love that shirt right there. More polka dots and florals. Like, oh, I remember this. Do you guys remember Italian boys clothing? I remember these shirts. They were like really cool. Yeah, this is like nightgowns, intimates, and like dance wear. So it's Sassoon dance wear and gymnastics. And then we have little boys, young boys, not little. Ooh, we have like the Inspector Gadget look over here. And look at how dapper these two are. So this is like the men's section. It actually wasn't terribly interesting, mostly because a lot of the men's things I found to be kind of universal. There's a lot of like chinos and khakis and button-up shirts, and that's not really very different from today. I mean, some of these looks obviously are, but and the patterns, but oh, I could be wrong. We have these. Jordache. I do not remember Zeppelin as a clothing brand. Ooh, now that is very 90s. That's very 90s. I thought you guys would enjoy flipping through this as well. So this is gonna be, there's a lot of bedding in here, which I thought was fun. We have this like really cozy looking set here in like the dark jewel tones. But there are so many ruffles, a ton of florals, and a lot of canopies. Um, I did have a canopy bed when I was real young. It didn't last long. I don't remember the reason for it coming down. I wished I had it for a while, but there are some ruffles in here where you can't even see where to start. So that's pretty. I don't mind a big puffy feminine floral bed, like the Laura Ashley bedrooms. I do think they're really cozy. I imagine that it may not be the most comfortable thing for the man in your life, but I think a lot of them don't really care. At least mine wouldn't. He would let me if I wanted to. We do have some of the more like masculine, like paisley printed ones, like that. And to me, those are just as cozy. I am not opposed to something like that. Ugh, when I was about 9 or 10, I would look at these satin bed sets with like the sheets and the pillows and the comforters and think it just had to be the most luxurious thing that you could have on your bed. Like, I remember thinking, I really want a whole satin bed set. I never got one. It was probably safer that way because now that I'm older, I feel like you just slip right out of it. And you can see they had all the window dressings to go with it. I actually can remember, this is pretty, I can remember sitting in Sears, like window dressing section when my mom would look through the catalog for curtains and then you could order them at the catalog center. I remember that being quite bored, sorry. And then I know, does anybody else remember going through with their mom when they were younger and they would find all of those little like clear plastic garment clips on the floor? Me and my sister would collect those. We would see how many that we could find. I don't know if there's still a thing that people use anymore, but I do remember collecting them when we were kids. We'd be so bored. This one's pretty. Another canopy here. You can see the ruffles. We have some ducks here. I was going to say country geese, but these are ducks. So these are a little bit more masculine. Hunting lodge kind of vibe. Some quilts. Now we're back to some more ruffles and florals and pastels. The classic simple one color. So that was, I actually kind of gravitated more towards that when I was younger because I felt like I'd be able to decorate my room easier that way. Lots of ruffles. I would say probably 80% of the bed sets they have in here are covered in ruffles. And all the curtains are so ruffly. This one cracks me up. I can't even tell you where you would start to get into this bed because it all looks like one thing. It's all the same pattern. And then I like these. These remind me of those vintage, like, chenille bedspreads. I actually came across one earlier this summer at a yard sale that I paid $5 for. It was really nice. It was a nice, like, celery green, really pale green. I thought it was vintage, but when I got home, I realized it was actually tagged as JCPenney Home. So it was not as old as I thought it was. Nonetheless, it's still in good condition. So I was happy to get it. So we have some just, like, I was going to say less frilly, but we do still have some frilly ones in here. But I told you, there is so much bedding in here. I feel like I'm pretty picky over like comforter sets. I always feel like it's hard for me to find what I like. But I think anybody would be hard pressed to not find at least one set that they liked in here. Unless you're a guy, maybe, because there's so much feminine in here. Ugh, these are sticking. I remember this set a lot when I was a kid. I always liked it. Those bright primary colors. These are cute little girls' room sets. This one's cute with the purple polka dot hearts. Looks like it came in pink or purple. Oh, you have to have the unicorn. Look at the unicorn canopy. It's very cool. This is like the Sunbonnet Sue set. This one, if you look closely, this is all cats. This one's a lot of fun too. I like it a lot. Then we have like the howling coyotes. I remember those being very popular in the 90s. I can't tell. That one's just, it looks like it's just a pinwheel design. And some like younger kids. Sports. And here it's getting into like linens and stuff like that. Now this is going to turn into bathroom. So if you thought that the frills and the bedding were interesting, wait till you see some of the stuff in the bathroom. So I think you're kind of getting a look at what I mean already. Look at this. All carpet. I had one of these. I got one of these glass and brass vanities. I think for my 10th birthday, actually. I wanted one so bad. I thought it was the height of elegance at that point. But yeah, I think it was this exact one, actually. I do think the cushion was a different pattern, but it was definitely this vanity. Let's see. It says the brass plated vanity and bench was a total of, oh, it was $150 because you had to pay for the vanity separately from the bench. I don't know that we paid that much for mine. So we have all this frilly curtain work for the bathrooms. Look at these shower curtains. And like the sink covers. Man, that would be a lot to keep clean in a bathroom. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it. I don't know that I would be trusted to keep that up. Especially the white. You really have to clean that often, I think. This is cute. This little like country blue. Look at this set here. So many pieces. I don't know. What do you guys think about these really plush decorated bathrooms? I don't know. I'm not much for minimalism. I do like a cozy feel. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't appreciate a bathroom like this. But I don't think, like I said before, I don't think I could be trusted to keep it that clean. So my bathrooms are pretty minimal. Just, it's easier for me to wipe them down and keep them clean that way. This is nice. This is plain. If you wanted something more toned back, you could get the simple sheer in different colors. And then they just have, some fixtures. I like the wicker sets here. But there is a lot of furniture. I didn't even realize they sold this much stuff for the house. Obviously, I probably didn't spend a lot of time looking at this stuff when I was a kid. But yeah, they have everything here that you could even imagine. There's some of the window dressings that I was talking about earlier. I remember my mom always looking through those. All the curtains. Any type of curtain, door panels, blinds. Here we have dining room sets. Oh, ooh, a little breakfast nook. That's cute. The little booth. We are actually starting to come up with some ideas for doing a kitchen renovation soon. And when I say soon, I mean like in a year or two. But I think we're going to go with a booth in our kitchen eating area. I like that idea. It's cute, it's cozy, and it affords some storage and a little bit of extra seating too. Oh, these are really dated tables. These chairs, look at that. That is dated even for the 90s. That's cute. It looks like kind of almost like Golden Girls. It's a nice wicker set. See, we got mattresses in here. And then I think little bedroom sets. Some rugs. Here is they call it the fitting room. So I thought that was kind of neat that they had that. It's pretty involved here. They have a couple pages for everybody so that you can get a really good fit on the clothing. Phone order planner, so you can write down all of your things and be ready to go. Look at this old Federal Express logo down here. Order with confidence. Oh my goodness. We have some lighting fixtures. I love the stained glass lighting. The chandeliers. Now, I know some people do not like that dated brass look from the 80s and 90s. It doesn't bother me. Ooh, I really like that. That's cute. But I do like a vintage look, so that's just me. The soft pastel clouds. Yeah, here you have some of the brass plated stuff. See what else we have. Ooh, we have some closet organizing. Let's take a look at that. How far back does that go? Oh, they have quite a bit. Let's see. So like wardrobes, shelving. Is anybody else a sucker for like organizing, closet organizers? We're definitely going to have to do something with our closet space in the near future. So I find this kind of stuff a little fun to look through. Organizing can be expensive though. Like I mentioned earlier, I am considering going through my pattern closet, and that's going to take some organizing too. So I might need to take a few ideas for that as well. But yeah, look at these. I mean, this is so not even up to date anymore. People have really ridiculous built-in closets at this point, but I would be happy just for something like that. Bionaire air cleaners. Oh, stuff. Ooh, they have everything. Ventilation systems, air conditioner, tools. Ooh, folding screens? I would not even have thought to look for that in here. Shutters, storm doors, pools. Okay, pools, pool cleaning equipment, tanning beds. Ooh, how much were these? I remember them being expensive even then. Let's see. So we have one that's 18, so $2,039.99. Portable canopy. So even these, like, let's see, portable sun canopy was almost $1,000. What about 7? That was still $100 right there. I did not expect to see tanning equipment. Oh, oops. Grills. Pets. Oh, these little puppies and kitties. Trimming. Ooh, they have gazebos. So like outdoor equipment, tools. Ooh, what's this? Home automotive. Look at that. That is a fancy Oldsmobile. Oh, tires. That's not fun. And they have Jeep accessories in here. Do we have any Jeep people? Side. I remember the trackers. Oh, we have, is this going to be there's camping. I know they have workout equipment in here. Metal detectors. Ooh, rollerblades. Yes, I was a rollerblader in the 90s. Like, a lot. I rollerbladed a lot as a kid. That was like what we did. This looks like Pee Wee Herman's bike right here. Little pedal cars. Oh, swing sets. We had a swing set with one of these swings on it. I don't even know if they make swing sets like that anymore. Ugh, I think every kid had or played with one like that growing up. I didn't have one, but I had a friend who had one. Here we have the top of the notch workout equipment, a far cry from today's Peloton. But look at all these buttons. How much were they? They were still pricey back in the day. I remember these. They like fanned you while you used them. A lot of bikes, recumbent bikes, stationary bikes. I like the Nordic track things. Oh, weight benches. Now we're back into electronics. VCRs. Look at the price on them. I did think the stereos were funny. We don't have anything close to this nowadays. Our stereo systems are what, like our phone plugged in maybe to a speaker or something. So do people even buy music media, like hard media anymore? I do. If I find an album that I really like, even TV shows, I still own them in a hard copy. I don't know. There's just something about owning the hard copy I feel that feels like it's actually yours. It's just like in the ether. But I think that's probably not surprising to anybody who's watched my channel and sees how I collect all the magazines and catalogs and books as well. So we have some Walkmans over there. I don't really see... I mean, obviously they have some CD players. There's one there. But it doesn't look like they were big yet. Oh, and just some little odds and ends. Office equipment. Whoop. Roll top desks. Very fancy. But that is pretty much all I think that is going to interest anybody, unless you really want to take a look in the refrigerators. But I hope you guys enjoyed flipping through this with me. I enjoyed looking through it with you guys. I really do like looking through these old catalogs just to kind of, it's like a blast from the past, a trip down memory lane. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite section was. If you had something in there that you really liked or something that you had when you were younger, I'd like to know. But until the next one, I hope you guys have a great day and that you really enjoyed our little trip down memory lane today. Bye. You say slow.